I already have Finn in the chat, Felipe, Thomas. Big Cold is here, Clay Barron, Wall Knight. How's it going, guys? Have you had a good week? Big Huge is here, not missing a stream. Alright, race start in 4 minutes. Here we go. Rectech Dave is here again this week. You guys ready to watch some cross-country racing action? So this one's gonna be a long one. 2-hour race. It was at Rim Nordic. It's in California. It's close to Big Bear. It's at the Running Springs. It's a great course. I raced there, I think, 3 years ago. It had been a while. So the course for tonight, 8.1 mile course, about 1,100 feet of climbing per lap. So much longer course. Like this is the long course that they do. You see the elevation profile. So there's a decent climb at the start, then a little bit of downhill, and then we start for a long grind. Very steep climbs on this course. Otski de Leon is asking, when is your next race? So next race is gonna be the Big Bear one, the Kenda Cup. I'm not racing this weekend, so gonna take it easy this week. Not training too much, just trying to reset, recover, and come back for the Kenda Cup. So I wanna have a race to stream next week. So I don't know if you guys wanna take a break, or should I stream something else? I know I have a few cyclocross races that I haven't shown. I haven't edited yet. So I don't know if you guys are down for some cyclocross next week. I could stream a race from January. Let me know if that's something you guys would want to watch. Ricardo is saying, is this a game? Looks cool. Yeah, it's a video game, man. Alright, we're about 2 minutes to race start at Rim Nordic. So if you're not used to my stream, so what I do is I record the race with my GoPro camera. This was recorded last Sunday. I did the edit on my computer in Final Cut, and then I'm showing you live the race tonight. I'm streaming live from Los Angeles, and if you're watching the replay on my YouTube channel, then you're watching a replay of a live stream of a replay. So it's kind of confusing, but yeah, that's what's going on here. If you like that, hit subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post cross-country racing and some cyclocross, some enduro racing as well, and trail riding. So make sure you subscribe. So Kayong is here. Kayong was there spectating. Are you in the shot right now? Are you? I think you're there, right? Kayong won the first place in the beginner woman category on her Yeti bike. Alright, so who do we have here on the starting grid? We have Alfred Pacheco is here on my left on the grid. We have Zach Villers, we have Seth Hampton, Samuel Brem, Stuart Gonzalez, Jonah Dinger, Romolo Forcino, Steve Brabfrosky, Skylar Hill, Thomas Fuller, Derek Herman, and Trey Yarno are there. That's the pro-man field for tonight. A big field. It was a big field for this race.
Next to the podium is a rainbow bag. Yeah.
I'm talking to Fuzz. It's gonna be my feed for this race. He just finished his race. He won the. Was he racing sport? Yeah, I was racing sports. So Fuzz won the sports race. Now he's gonna feed me for my race. All right, few seconds to race start. You guys ready for this? Let me know if the sound is good, if everything's good. Hey Wyatt, chat man. What's up, man? How's it going, Wyatt? All right, it's on. Big, fast start by Alfred. Already taking the lead. Juniors are right after him. I have Trey is behind me. Derek is behind me. Going hard. All right, I'm in 6th place at the moment. Looking good, going all out, trying to get a good start. So far it's good. So far it's good. Memo's asking what was the temperature, if you remember. The temperature was perfect. It was like 22 degrees Celsius. I think that's about 70 Fahrenheit. It was perfect weather. Already the guys are attacking. I think that was Zach in front, and that's Sam. You guys are going hard. The Redlands juniors going hard at the start. Oh, little touch there. It's my bad. So the guys are going super fast. I'm thinking, am I gonna stay with them? Am I gonna let them go? It's a high elevation rate, so it's about, I think it's 7,000 feet elevation. So you feel the thin air. It's hard to go hard. So already I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's too hard for me. I wanna pace myself for the long run. Ricardo is asking where was this race. So this is Running Springs, California. It's in Southern California. It's close to Los Angeles, close to Big Bear, if you know the area. So yeah, already I'm pacing down. I'm like, okay, I need to pace myself for 2 hours. I cannot dig myself into a hole. That's the thing with a high elevation race like that, is if you dig yourself into a hole at the start, it's very hard to, you're never gonna climb out of it. Like it's hard to recover. So I'm trying to be smart and not go anaerobic too hard at the start. Pencho saying hi. How's it going, Pencho? Ricardo says, I'm new here, it looks cool. Yeah, welcome to the stream then. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified for more races. Big U just saying okay to cyclocross. Alright, I might stream cyclocross next week if you guys are down to it. I could stream a race I recorded in January on the SoCal Cross series. Digable is asking 13 miles. So the lap is about 8.1 mile here. It's about 1100 feet of climbing per lap. All right, so I'm already all alone in my gap here. The guys at the front are going super fast. Derek and Jarno behind me are taking it a bit easier. They don't want to burn out. So at this point we're all like finding our pace. So I'm pretty confident I might reconnect with the guys in front, because I'm thinking they might be starting too fast. So it's a high elevation race, probably the first one for everyone, the first high elevation race of the season. So some people might surprise themselves. John Smith is saying cool change of scenery. Yeah, it's a shame. You see like the ski resort in the background there. The snow is almost all gone. The trails are perfect. If you want to go right there, it's a perfect time. The weather is not too warm. Trails are in good condition. So Jason is asking how many laps. So this race is at 3 laps. So it's about 8.1 miles per lap. I think it's going to be about 45 minutes per lap. So we're talking about 2-hour race, almost 2-hour 15 race. Nolan Simon is saying, love your videos, Ben, keep on racing. Thanks, dude. Thanks. So this is the first punch climb. Now we're starting to descend. That's kind of the first descent that we're doing here. Here, you're gonna make sure you watch the sign because it was a left there. I didn't pre-ride this course, so I didn't know. It wasn't fresh in my mind. I had raced there 3 years ago, but I'm kind of discovering the course at race pace now. Salty Sally is asking, a lot of climbing, why you choose full suspension? Yes, because I just have one full suspension bike. Actually, I have two full suspension bikes, so yeah, I have to race with what I have. But I was happy to have the full suspension for a long race like that, where it's more you get to do the endurance zone. It's good because your back can start to hurt, and so it's good to recover on the full suspension. Robert is here. What's up, Ben? I was on Skyline yesterday. Oh yeah, how was it? How was Skyline? Must be awesome. I can't wait to race there. Yeah. K Young was there taking a picture. My #1 fan. Ikao is asking, what does it mean, Rim Nordic XC? Is it the race name? Yeah. So Rim Nordic is it's kind of not a resort. It's kind of the place there where they do cross country skiing and they do mountain biking. It's like is it a park? It's like just a place you go. There's a bike park and you can ride. So Rim Nordic is the name of the place. Okay, he's like, yeah. That picture was good. That picture, oh, it was really good. I think I have the picture on my Facebook. Where is it? Oh, I don't find it. So Robert is saying the Skyline is epic. Oh man. If you guys have never ridden Skyline Trail in Big Bear, it's one of the best trail we have in Southern California. It's, if not the best. It's a very long single track, epic views. It's so flowy, up and downs. It's with similar terrain as that. It's really good. So if you visit Los Angeles, so make sure you take a little trip to Big Bear. It's totally worth it. So Benjamin Downhill is saying, post more jumping vids. Yeah, the bike park is opening this week, so we're gonna start jumping soon. Who's ready for the bike park? Who's going this weekend? Snow Summit is opening this weekend. JC told us last week that Whistler is open this week, so we need to catch up here in California. We need to open the bike park. All right, so still climbing. Pretty much in my own cab right now. I don't have the guys in front visual. Guys behind are a bit far. So this is tough. Like, this is a tough moment in the race where mentally it's tough because you're like, okay, should I pace up to catch the guys in front? Should I pace down? Am I doing things wrong? Am I doing things right? So it's really hard to trust that you're doing the right thing and you must stay on it.
Hey, pro man.
Jason is saying, earn your turns. Yeah. Are you gonna go to Snow Summit, pedal up and ride down? Sometimes I do that. It's you ride up, you ride Skyline, and then you finish with a cherry on the Sunday. You ride down the bike park. It's super fun to do that on a cross country bike. So the climbs were super steep there.
Thank you.
pedaling hard. So I can show you the Strava flyby. So this is our race. So you see that the leaders are here. I'm right here in the middle, and we have Derek and Trey are there behind. So I'm starting to get close to the leaders group. I'm gonna have a visual contact soon. Oh, here they are. Here they are. We see them on the camera. I can see Sam. Sam is working hard. And Benjamin Downhill for Life is saying, I'm going to Whistler on 2.5 weeks. Oh man, you're so lucky. We're so jealous of you, man. That's gonna be so good. I've never been to the Whistler bike park and I really need to go. Alright, a little bit of single track there. This feels so good after so much climbing at the start, man. Oh yeah, starting to reel them. So Ben's your first time at Whistler. Oh yeah, man. Let us know how it is. Let us know. Let us know your impression of the first timer there.
Thank you.
Felipe Lopez asking 3 laps. Yeah, so that's a 3 laps race. So a big lap, it's the long lap. And Jason is asking, what tires are you using? So I'm using the Cosmic Light Pro. It's the full name is Cosmic Light 2 Pro. So those are the tires I'm using. It's the first time I'm using them. Those are my wheels. I'm using the Nero wheels with Cosmic Light 2 Pro from Kenda. So first time I'm using those tires. I'm just discovering them. I tried them the day before, and they were amazing tires. In terms of grip, yeah, I think it's pretty much the best grip I ever had for Southern California conditions. I felt like super confident right away. In terms of rolling, they roll very good. In terms of puncture protection, they feel super strong. So it's 5 out of 5 for all those characteristics. The only downside is the weight. They like, I think it's 630 gram. So they're pretty heavy. For a race tire, it's a big price to pay for a race tire, but it's so fun. They're so fun to ride. So yeah, if you're racing Kenda Cup in Big Bear in the coming weeks, and if you're like not so confident and you grab the brakes, you know, because we race on super fast fire roads on the Kenda Cup there, and those turns can be loose and unpredictable. So if you feel like you need some more confidence, I think those are really good tires to feel confident. So you trade off the weight for the grip. So I really like them. They're really good tires. So I'm racing the 29er 2.2. That's the size I'm riding right now. Lee V2 thoughts on Cannondale lefties. I never tried the lefties. So does anyone here in the chat, has anyone tried those, the lefties? I know Peter Wilson is a friend of mine who used to race here in California. He loves the lefty. He's a fan. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know. All right, still climbing hard. Super steep climb here. I still have the guys in visual. I'm not making progress on them right now, but I can still see them. Bill, is your heart rate red line right now? No. So here's the thing, because it's a high elevation race, it's super hard to get your heart rate in the red line. I've never been anaerobic, but the way it feels like your lungs are burning. It feels like your leg are burning. You feel like you're at your max. But the data is telling you no, you're not at your max. So it's a strange feeling when you race at the elevation. So here are the guys. I'm really close now. I see Sam. Or maybe it's not Sam. I don't know. So yeah, and it's tough mentally because you feel like you're red line, but you're not going at a pace as if you were red line. So you feel like you have a crap crap day, a crap race. So you just have to
Keep it up, man.
take it easy. So that's Thomas.
That's on the right.
Thomas there. See, I was expecting some guys might start a bit too fast. I don't know if he was feeling the heat or if he had a mechanical, but Thomas was pacing down there. So with that, I moved up into 10th place. I was 11th before that, so now I'm in 10th. Jacob is saying I have a lefty. I love it, very stiff and fast. All right. So Rainy is asking, nice tires, are you running them tubeless and how much pressure? So yeah, I'm running them tubeless. And pressure, I think I had 21 at the front and 20 at the rear. So I went super low at the rear because of the steep climbs. I wasn't sure if I was going to lose traction on the climbs, but turns out the tires are gripping very well. They climb very well. I was able to stand up and pedal on the steep climbs, and the tires were not slipping. Butter Pigs is saying tomorrow is going to be my first enduro race at Turo Park. Where's that, Turo Park? I don't know where that is.
Thank you.
So no break 23 is saying I'm not even a Cannondale fan, but the lefty is easily the best 100mm fork I've ridden. Those needle bearings are legit. Nice, okay. So Nelson Barrios is here. Says awesome stream, Ben. My son and I raced beginner that day, brutal climbs. Yeah, good job, guys. Good job for showing up and racing in beginner. And I hope you had a good time. It's so fun to race. But yeah, those climbs. Oh man, those climbs. It's okay to push the bike up when it's too steep. And now we're getting to a section of the course where it's a fire road, but it's still climbing. So I'm still 11th place right now. I can show you the flyby. All right, so here I am here. So I'm starting to catch another guy in front. And the leads, I think that's the leaders are here, and then there's a break there. So I'm trying to catch the second group of riders, and then behind me I think we have Thomas, Derek is there, and Trey is there behind. So we're finishing the climb. You see on the elevation profile on there, we're finishing the first big climb of the first lap, and then we're gonna start descending. It's gonna be super fun. Cameron is asking how many water bottles you go through. So I had one per lap, and it was completely empty after each lap. So I was really happy to get a bottle. And when Fuzz handed me the bottle, I really needed it. The Joker saying labor breathing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're passing. I think that those are the pro women. Yeah, they say that labor breathing is like it helps to sustain the pain. So that might work for mountain biking too. I don't know. I usually make noise when I breathe. It kind of helps me. The noise kind of, I don't know. It's psychological, I'm pretty sure. Bill is saying, nice job reading the trail at speed without any pre-riding. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you gotta trust the trail. I had a few moments where you're gonna see the downhill that's coming up. I had a few moments where it got a bit sketch. So Ben is asking what rank are you? So I'm currently in 10th place in the race. This is the pro man category. So it's gonna be a battle for 10. You're gonna see it. We're gonna swap a lot of position on this course on this race. this climbing there. The fast guys are already descending. So you guys, I know some of you guys are watching the stream on the trainer, watching it at home while doing your training. I think that's super cool. So if you guys are watching the replay on the trainer, I think it's been like 20 minutes now, so you must be breaking a sweat, starting to get into the zone. I know Felipe sent me his setup. Look at that. That's Felipe Lopez. He sent me the screenshot of his pain cave setup with the gaming keyboard. I like that. That's awesome. Looks like a good setup for gaming too. And I know Josh Tutel also is using the video sometimes to train the pain cave. He sent me this shot. If you guys train on the trainer, send me pictures of your pain cave setup. Either email me or tag me on Facebook, on Instagram. I'd like to see your setup. It's always fun to see how you guys set up your pain cave with the laptop. The Joker says, "Send it to the end, my dudes." Yeah, and Diggable is saying, "Were you using your Scott Spark RC 900? Yeah, that's the bike I'm riding right now. Starting to get into a bit downhill there. Scott Spark was a good bike for this course. Here's my bike, a 29er. It's the World Cup trim with the components. It's a really good bike. I love it. Like with the suspension, when I lock it, it's completely stiff. It's like not even a millimeter of sag. It's completely stiff. And then when I go downhill, it becomes an enduro bike almost. It feels so trail happy. It's so fun to ride. Yeah, I don't know. They managed to make it agile, to make it like fun to ride. Usually 29er are a bit sluggish, but this one feels super responsive. The Joker is asking, "Are you familiar with the Crownest Pass?" No, in southern Alberta, no, I'm not familiar with that. How is it? Is that for trail riding or cross country? What kind of place is that? It's a great place to ride. All right, I'll have to go check it out. Caro is asking how many people racing. So we're in the pro category. We're 13 pros. It's a big field for Rim Nordic. Like usually there wasn't as many people as that, so it was a good first race. So he was asking, how much does your bike weigh? So I think I measured it before this race. I think it was at 23.5 on the starting grid. So that's with a spare tube, the CO2, Garmin, the GoPro camera, and bottle cage and time pedals. So there's a lot of accessories, but I think 23.5. That was the weight of my bike. Rainy is asking, would you go back to racing 27.5 bike again? Yeah, totally. I think 27.5 are super fast bikes. They're probably the fastest setup for my weight, for my size. They're a bit on the more aggressive side, so I wanted the bike a bit less aggressive to do more like long distance and to be more on the safer side. So I went back to 29er. But yeah, if I was racing for a salary, or if I was going for the win like every race, that's what I would race in 27.5. They just climb so much faster. They're so much lighter, so much more aggressive. Hey, Derek is in the chat. How's it going, Derek? Derek is asking, how did you like the course? Man, it was so good, so good. You live in paradise, Derek, man. So Derek is racing with me. He's just a little bit behind with Thomas and Trey. H1 is asking, what Maxxis tires do you prefer for road with small rock roots, dry leaves, sometimes wet. I haven't tried much. Of the Maxxis tires. The one I like are the Icons. They kind of the all-around tire. That's what I like here with the Maxxis Ranger. I should try more of those of their tires. Cameron is asking to race enduro as well. Yeah, gonna start racing enduro soon. The bike park is opening this week. Gonna start racing enduro. And look at that section. That single track is so fun. Tires, testing the limits. Yeah, they were working well. So the thing I do when I do switchbacks like that, the thing I would do usually it's a technique I do is I see like that here a little bit. See when you do traction like that, so to avoid that, so what I do is I stay on the brake at the apex and I start pedaling through my brakes. So I'm still on the brakes and I'm pedaling against my brakes, and I control my acceleration by letting go the brakes instead of, you know, completely letting go the brakes at the apex and trying to control the acceleration with your feet. It's kind of uneven. It's hard to pedal even and avoid sliding. So by pedaling against your brakes, you can have like a smooth acceleration out of the corner. So that's what I do. You can control front, rear, to depend where there's more grip. Yeah, it's I was doing that a lot on this course because there's a lot of switchbacks, and so you want to be able to accelerate as soon as possible to get a fast exit. So you want a slow entry, fast exit, and by controlling the brakes like that and pedaling against the brake, you get a smooth exit. So Ben Downhill saying it's almost midnight where I am. Yeah, are you East Coast or Brazil? Where's that? Where's that midnight right now? It has to be Brazil. Am I guessing right? Bill is asking, is Josh on the stream? He killed it at Temecula this weekend at the 8 hours. 7 laps in the crazy heat. Yeah, I saw his post, man. It looked like a really tough race. Yeah, good job to everyone at Temecula that weekend. Got second place. Yeah, that's amazing. TB is life is asking, where is this? So this is in Running Springs, California. This is close to Big Bear, near Los Angeles. It's in the United States. So we're still on lap 1. Right now I think I'm in 10th place. Still chasing the guys. If we look at the flyby, so leader is here. We don't have Alfred Pacheco, so I'm pretty sure Pacheco might be opening a gap because he got 2-minute gaps on the first lap. So Pacheco must be somewhere here. There's a big group here with Sam, and I'm here, and I think we have Derek here and Thomas behind me. And I think Trey was having a tough time, so Trey was starting to fall behind. He was telling me it was a really tough race for him this weekend. He did a lot of training the day before, so that was a tough race. Chris, are all the other riders that far behind? Yeah, I mean, we were a bit spread out on this race. Everybody finds their pace, and it's a bit strategy as well. I guess it's a long race, so you don't want to. You want to go at a pace that you can sustain for 3 laps. Yeah, so Trey, speaking of Trey, he told me he's going to the cross country eliminator World Cup in 2 weeks. So it's gonna be in Columbus, Ohio. So that's gonna be awesome. I wish I would go. It's open to, I don't know, I didn't know that, but it's open to every riders. If you have a UCI license, you can sign up for the World Cup. There's no UCI point limit to qualify, so anybody can register. The thing they do is they do a time trial race. So they take the 32 best time in the time trial race are going to qualify to access the actual eliminator race. So they do eight heats, and then 4, and then 2, and then the final. So, but yeah, that must be super fun to race there on the World Cup cross country eliminator. They do this in the city now, so it should be fun. I'm gonna check it out on Red Bull TV. The Enderman is asking how long is each lap. So it's about 8.1 mile per lap. About 1,100 feet of climbing per lap. I was lapping in 45 minutes per lap, approximately. So Chris is asking, with as good as Pacheco is, what would you say the difference is between your pace and his? Obviously both of you train religiously. What is the biggest advantage? Yeah, so the biggest advantage over someone like me is that he can attack. For him, I'm pretty sure he can attack the whole race. I look at his lap time, and that was insane, and he wasn't fading out that much per lap. So for me, I cannot race at that pace. So it's more like an endurance for me. It's more like a marathon for me. For him, it was more like a shorter race. You know, that's the difference. It's like if I would race a 1 hour race, for me that would be easy. I could go flat out for 1 hour. But someone who's a beginner, for him, he might not be able to go flat out for 1 hour. So he's gonna have to use a different zone. So that's the biggest difference. The more fit you are, the better you are. It's a longer race feels like it's easier. You can go harder for the long distance, if that makes sense. So to get there, I mean, there's no shortcut. Like, you need to train more, do longer training, more volume, get your body to evolve to get there, and then a 2 hour race like that is gonna feel like a piece of cake. A piece of cake, but you're going to be able to push harder.
On the right.
So yeah, if I wanna beat Alfred, I need to start training more. Drinking there, staying hydrated. I hope you guys have enough water bottles because it's going to be a long race. We're approaching the end of lap 1 right now. I'm still in 10th place. So Bob is asking, what do you do for a living? So I'm a programmer. I make video games. So I program video games. That's what I do. So it's good because I have a lot of time to recover. So I can train hard, and when I work, my body is recovering. So I think that's a good fit for this sport. But obviously, time is the biggest constraint. How does this course compare with the Kenda Cup race in Big Bear? It's very similar. Seriously, the terrain is very similar. Big Bear is going to be a bit shorter, and there's a bit more fire road at Big Bear, so there's more occasion to pass. But yeah, very similar. If you like that, you're gonna love the Kenda Cup at Big Bear. MTB's Life is asking, how hot was it when you race? I think it was in the 70s. The weather was perfect. I think it was 22 Celsius that day. Perfect weather. Rainy is is asking, how's the ride of the Scott Spark RC? What do you like the most about it? The one thing I like the most about the Scott Spark RC is that it feels agile. I felt like I was riding my 27.5 bike in the corners, but it's a 29er bike, so you get the advantage of the fast rolling wheels, but you keep the agility of a smaller bike. So that's what I like the most about this bike. Jacob saying most programmers never leave the house. Yeah, that's not true. A lot of them are doing crazy things. Yeah, I have a lot of friends who are snowboarders and mountain bikers and surfers and.
Good job, guys.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I missed the drink. That's my fault. Damn, that's super important on a course like that. I had one bottle, but I drink it all during one lap, and it's important to take the feed there, and then you drink half of it and then pour the rest on your back. It helps you to cool down a little bit. It wasn't that hot on that day, but it's still important. Bob is asking, what games are you making? And what games have you made? So I'm working on Call of Duty right now. Call of Duty World War II is coming this year. And that's the game I'm working on. And games I've done before, well, I've done the previous 3 Call of Duties and 2, I don't know. I work on Call of Duty every year. And I work on Hawken, Watch Dogs, Far Cry, and some other games. What do you like to play? So right now I play a lot of Quake right now, the new Quake champion. I don't know if you guys played the beta, but that's what I've been playing last week and previous week. It's super good. Yeah, if you want to look at my Strava, you can look at the video description. Look below. You're gonna see I put a link to all my social media. If you want to follow me on Instagram, Strava, Facebook is there. What else? I'm everywhere. Google Plus. Alright, so there was this little punchy climbs at the end of the lap. You're thinking like, yeah, I'm done with this lap, but no, you're not done. You got another climb. I didn't like that climb. That was just like, oh no, I want to be done with this lap. Look on the flyby. So I'm right here, almost done with the lap. The finish line is here. So I'm trying to get dropped. I'm trying to close the gap, but I'm starting to get dropped by the midfield guys. Leaders are about here, and then I'm still on the tread. But Derek is not giving up. Derek and Thomas are behind, so I need to keep my pace. MTB is asking, would you ever consider changing your tire size? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, since the Cosmic 2.2 are working so well, I'm thinking I might be able to compromise the grip a little bit to go with a smaller size. Maybe not at the front, because I like having a wide tire at the front. But at the rear, I think I could go 2.1 at the rear, or even 2.0 maybe, you know. Because there's so much grip, and they work well on the climbs as well. So I think I could save weight by going with a smaller tires at the rear. I don't know what you guys think. Do you guys ride symmetrical setup? Do you guys what's your setup? I see a lot of guys ride smaller tires at the rear, and it makes the back end like step out a little bit in the corners. So if you like to slide, personally I like to slide. I like when it oversteers. I feel it's easier to control when the bike oversteers. So I think I would like that. What I don't like is when the bike understeers, when the front end is sliding and it doesn't want to turn. So that's why I want to keep a wide tires at the front and to have a lot of grip at the entry of the corners. And if the rears step out, it's fine. I'm used to that. So let me know what you guys ride. what tires you ride, what pressure. Salty Sally says my setup is stuck. What is stuck? What was your
Come here on the left.
your stuck setup? Matthew says 2.2 Honey Badger in the front, 2.1 small block, 8 in the back. Oh yeah, that sounds like a good setup. That's what I might try. The first Candy Cup. I think I'm gonna try the Honey Badger if I can get my hands on them soon enough. I think I'll switch to Honey Badger just to try them. I wanna try them all. Jason is saying 2.35 front, wow, and 2.0 rear. Maxis Ardent Race. I like being able to push corners. Oh man, you must be able to push real good on that. Nice setup. And is that Nolan's icon? 2.4 at the front and 2.2 at the rear. Is that enduro setup or is that cross country? And that looks like a fun setup. MTB is live is riding a Trek Remedy 9. Oh yeah, nice. Oh, Matthew, say you weight 192. So yeah, you need a lot more pressure from that. So I'm running at 21 psi at the front and 22. And sometimes it depends on the tire casing as well. If the casing feels strong, the sidewall feels strong, sometimes you can go much slower and get a better feel. But when the tire is like, it feels soft and flex. Oh, and Kayang was there, cheering again, taking pictures. Icaro, really, you work with Activision and Ubisoft? Yeah, that's. I'm from Montreal, so I was working at Ubisoft Montreal 5 years ago. So I'm used to the wet dirt and the mud of the East Coast. And Fuzz just gave me my feet there. So I'm done with lap 1, starting lap 2. We're about 43 minutes into the race. So that was a good pace. So now I have a good idea of what my pace is going to be. So I can pace myself. So okay, I can maybe pace down a little bit and I'm going to be able to do the whole race. Yeah. And I'm kind of in a no man's land right now. I think Thomas is trying to bridge a gap, so I'm right here. The guys in front are here, and guys behind are here. I think Thomas is gonna try to bridge the gap. We're gonna see him soon. Matthew, overhaul, how was the single track and course at Rim Nordic? Worth the drive? Oh yeah, totally. The trails are awesome. It's so fun to ride there. The single track downhill is amazing. It's so fun to ride. Totally worth it. Daro, salut. What do you say? Où ton best trail au Québec, bro? Oh yeah, what's my best trail in Quebec? My favorite trail in Quebec, I'd say it's the Mont Saint-Anne, the World Cup course at Mont Saint-Anne. Yeah, that's my favorite course for sure. Have you ever been mountain biking in Durango, Colorado? No, never been there. I should go there. I heard good things about Colorado. I work with guys working in Colorado, and they're telling me it's an awesome place to ride. All right, getting ready for the steep climbs again on the second lap. So I'm taking my nutrition. So what I'm eating right now, I'm using my flask this little thing here. So I put energy gel in that. The thing I put in there is the armor gel. That's the thing I use. Armor gel is the flavor. It's espresso. So it has 50 milligram of caffeine per serving. So this is good. This kicks you in the butt, makes you fight hard. But the bad thing is that you gotta drink a lot of water. Yeah, I'm drinking a lot. I'm drinking half my bottle in the first 5 minutes of the lab. MTB Life is asking what kind of shifter do you have? So it's SRAM XO1. That's the drivetrain I'm running. There you go, SRAM XO1 drivetrain shifter. I do have a shot of the shifter. No, that's not a shot of the shifter. Yeah, so I guess it's the SRAM shifter that comes with it. And yeah, works pretty well. It's crisp. I mean, I like it, but personally I prefer the Shimano. Shimano is a bit more nimble, and a bit the thing I prefer about Shimano is the shifter lag. So when you shift, it's like 5 milliseconds, and you shift gear. With the SRAM, I would say it's more like 50 milliseconds lag. It's just too much. I feel like I'm missing a few frames every time I shift. So So Pricey is asking, where's this race? So yeah, Pricey, welcome to the stream. If you guys are tuning in and wondering what's going on, so this is the RIM Nordic cross country race series. It's the first race of the series. We're in California in the United States. This is in the city is Running Springs. It's very close to Big Bear Lake. It's in the Los Angeles area. It's about 2-hour drive from Los Angeles. Elevation is about, I think it's 7,000 feet. So it's a thin air race, high elevation. And yeah, if you visit Los Angeles, go to Big Bear. It's worth the drive. The trails are amazing there. Jason, high shifter FPS. Yeah, exactly. I mean the Shimano shifter have a better ping. That's the that's the gamer analysis of the Shimano shifters. Frederick is asking, have you tried to ride the Scott 930? No, I heard good things. I heard really good things. I don't think we have the. Is there? I don't know if there's one at the bike shop where I go. But yeah, I heard good things about this bike. Yeah, the bike shop where I go, it's called Bike Improve. If you guys are in Los Angeles, check them out. Bike Improve in Los Angeles, very close to Santa Monica. That's where I go, and they have like all the Scott bikes there. I should check if Nair has the 930. How much to take it out for a ride. But I don't want because when I try a new bike like that, I end up buying it, and I don't need a new bike. I don't wanna feel the need to upgrade. I have a Santa Cruz Bronson. That's my enduro bike. All right, so that's the first little downhill section in the lap. This one feels really good. I'm going to descend a little bit. Chris is asking, are there course markers? Yeah, it's hard to see on the video, but there are tiny arrows, red arrows pointing which direction. It's pretty obvious where we need to go, but a few places you need to watch out. They put a little arrow there. DB Live, what is your opinion on the company Kona? I don't know. I don't know much. I know people who used to work as mechanic for Kona. Super nice people. I've never ridden the bikes, so I don't know much. Dunstan, do you focus on cadence? Yes and no. It depends. I like to spin a higher cadence usually, especially on a 29er. On 29er, a higher cadence feels better because you don't have as much torque there. If you try to grind, you wear yourself out. So yeah, I try to keep a high cadence. I think I'm. Is that something like 90 right now? But I don't look at it. I don't have it on my GPS. It's something I just go with the feel of it. The more tire I get, the higher the cadence I go. Alright. It's gonna start to climb steep pretty soon on lap 2. Do you have clips or flats? Yeah, I have clips. I ride with the time attack are my favorite pedals. I've ridden those pedals since forever. You guys should check them out. If you've never, they don't do a lot of marketing in the US. I don't know, nobody has ever heard of Time, but Time is a really good company, you know, for pedals. And so what I like is there's a bit more float in the pedals. So it's a bit easier on the knees. So if you have knee problems, I used to have a lot of knee problems when I was younger, when I was skateboarding. So yeah, my knees are barometers. If something's wrong with the pedals, and my knees are gonna detect it right away. And my massage therapist is telling me, yeah, your knees are swollen. So if I ride with other types of pedal, like Crank Brothers, Shimano, they make my knees swollen. My knees get swollen, and even on flats, even flat pedal, I would get swollen knees. But the Time pedals are really good for that because there's a bit more float, so it feels a bit more natural. So it's hard to, because when you have flats, you don't want your feet to move on the flat pedal. You want it to be pinned, but with the Time, there's a little bit of side to side float. I mean, on my pedal I had a bit too much because they were getting worn out, but even when they're new, you have a little bit of side to side. That helps your knee. So check them out if you're sensitive like me with your knees. And they're so easy to maintain. Like, there's no maintenance on those pedals. You just rinse them, and they're always good to go. They're really good in the mud. I was speaking about the Mount St. Anne earlier on the stream. So if you ride at Mount St. Anne and it's raining and it's a mud fest, I mean, those pedals are going to be your best friend. You're going to be able to clip in every time. No problem at all. Jeff just joined the stream. Hi, Ben. How's it going, Jeff? And Chris is asking, do you own a power meter? No, I don't. I don't have a power meter. I think I should get one. I think that's gonna be my my end of season gift this year. I'm gonna get a power meter for next season. See, there's a little red arrow there telling us to go left on this super sweet single track. Bob is asking, do you use Swift? No, I never use Swift. I should try it. It looks super fun. You guys are posting on Strava your Swift rides, doing some races. It looks fun. Danish is saying, Ben, I love your videos. I see your videos before races to get myself ready. Nice. Yeah, a lot of people tell me they use the videos to pre-ride. It's a good way to visualize the course. Some people told me it makes it look easy. And they get there in real life and they're like, holy shit. Yeah, the GoPro makes it look easy. Alright, still not done with this climb. It's gonna get really steep really soon. Alright, so look at the Strava flyby. So here I am on the climb. The group is still about the same distance as before. The leaders are breaking away, and I'm thinking Alfred Pacheco is probably around here. And yeah, we have Derek here, and that's Trey right here. Andres. Hey Ben, following you from Costa Rica. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, it's cool. People are watching from all over the world. Some people from the Philippines are watching, New Zealand. I know a lot of people are watching from the UK, from France, Spain. It's a bit hard for you guys to jump in the live stream, though. I know that, man. The time zone is not ideal for that, man. Frederick is from Sweden. Nice. Sweden must be, how early is it in the morning? Must be watchable, I think, right? It's early in the morning before going to work Friday morning. Chris is asking, how big of a difference between Cat 1 and the Pro class? Huge step. Yeah, it's a big step. I mean, there's some overlap. At least it's the same distance, so you know your body is able to make it, but you know you can finish the race. But the pace at the front is huge gap. It's insane. So that Danush is from India. You forgot to say India. Yeah, yeah. And there's, I think when I look at my Google Analytics, I think there's, how many, 300 something countries watching the videos. It's I think it's every single one. (6 a.m. Friday in Sweden. Oh, nice. Okay, so that's a good time. Jason from exotic Portland. Yeah. Alright, so I'm starting to get tired right now. I'm pacing down a little bit on this lap, trying to make it. Because it's super steep, and you're thinking, oh shit, I have another lap to do after that, so I need to be able to make it to the end. Andres saying, I always watch your vids when I'm on the turbo trainer. Nice. Yeah, send me pictures. Send me pictures of your pain cave setup. I'll post them on the stream. And Bernard, it's 12 p.m. in the Philippines. Nice. Almost done with Friday. You guys live in the future. Oh, it's us. I think it's us on the West Coast. We live in the past. It's still Thursday night. Coming out the woods to the fire road. Do you have a tubeless or tube setup? Yeah, tubeless. Always tubeless.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that neutral feed, so important. I drink half and then I pour the rest on my back to try to cool down. But it wasn't super hot, so it wasn't as important. Sometimes when you race a very hot race, you want to pour a lot of water on yourself to help to cool down. So if we look at my heart rate for this race, so because it's a high elevation race, so you see I was not able to go anaerobic. I spent 1 minute 31, so maybe that was the start, and that was it. I already immediately paced down to my zone 4, which I used 26 minutes of zone 4, and then it was mostly tempo in zone 2. So you see that was mostly endurance for me. So you see that the faster guys, the guys at the front, they might be able to spend more time in their zone 4 for the almost half the race or even the entire race. So that's the difference between the faster guys and guys like me. So I need to pace down to be able to make it to the end. But it's also the high elevation. The elevation makes it hard to go into the red line. Oh, and here we have Skyler. So I'm starting to reel in a few guys.
All right. Good going, man. Good going.
Saying good job, man. And he must be happy to be able to grab a wheel. So he's gonna stay with me for a while. Thomas is not far behind, so I think Thomas, the guy we passed the last time. So now I'm in 9th place. So I'm in 9th. Skyler is in 10. Thomas is 11 right now. At the front, who do we have at the front? We have Alfred Pacheco is at the front. Zach Villers, Seth Hampton, Sam Brem, Stuart Gonzalez is there. Jonah Dinger, Romodo Forcino, Steve Brobfrosky, and at the back we have Derek Herman and Trey Yarno. So this is the Proman field, 13 riders. And if you're joining the stream, welcome to the stream. So this, if you don't know what's going on, I'll let you know for you guys. This is a race I recorded last weekend, Sunday. I recorded this with my GoPro Hero 5 session. I did the edit, and now I'm showing you the race live tonight. I'm streaming live from Los Angeles, and you guys can chat with me in the chat. All you need to chat is you need a YouTube account. So it's free. Just go to youtube.com, create an account, and jump in the chat, ask questions, chill out with us. See, Christian is asking, what tires do you use? I was riding the Kenda Cosmic Light 2 Pro. If you want to check in the description below, I put a link to all the gear I'm riding on my bike. So the tires, the wheel, everything is listed there. Jason is saying, I'm so impressive you can top 10 with a full suspension. No, with a not with a full-time job. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, the average American is watching what, 40 hours of television per week? Yeah, I think that's the statistics I saw the other day. 40 hours of television per week. I watch 0, so so what I do is I train. And I train about 10 hours per week. So that's what I need to race at this level. So I think the bigger question for me is like, what do you do with the other 30 hours? And I don't know. I think I work, I play video games. MTV is asking, I need a bike for my 12-year-old son. What's a good beginner bike? I don't know. For 12-year-old. No, I don't know, man. Sometimes it's you cannot go wrong. I mean, it's you go to your favorite bike shop where the people are nice to you, and you pick one of the brand that they have. It's all their brands are so good. It's really hard to go wrong. If you go to if you get a good bike shop bike, they're all gonna be good. It's really rare you're gonna get a bad frame, or so they're all good bikes. With you choose the components that you want, the price range that you want, and I think that the local bike shop and the people there, I think it's almost a bigger factor than the actual brand that you choose. That's my opinion. I usually that's what I do. Personally, the brands I like the Scots. I like the Orbea's bike. Those are my favorite brand. But yeah, I don't know what you guys think. What bikes would you get for Tour of Viejo? Catching the woman there. Who was that? I think that was that Heidi in the pro category. Not sure. Might be. Yeah, that's her. 3rd place. Yeah, so the pro women were starting 30 minutes before us. They're doing 3 laps also, so it's a very long race for them too. Hey, GC's in the chat again this week. What's up, GC? Olympic gold medal bike. Yeah, see, no excuse. I'm riding the bike that Nino Schurter is riding. So no excuse. Nolan is asking, at what age did you start racing? So I think I was 28. I think that was my age. So I started really late. So a lot of people ask me, is it too late to start racing? It's funny because this week 2 person asked me the same question. Is it too late to start racing? One of them was 15, the other was 40 something. So no, it's the same answer for both. It's never too late to start racing. It's such a fun sport. It's open to anyone, any pace, any category. You can start racing and just have a blast. JC saying 45. What 45? You're not 45, man. Says Ben makes me race. I crashed in F1. Yeah. So I brought GC into an enduro race. I made him race expert at his first race, just so that we could race together. That was not nice of me. I'm sorry, GC. So here we have Skyler behind me, still following. Jason says, I started racing this season at 46. Just went up to Cat 2. Nice. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, racing is open to anybody. That's the thing that a lot of people watching them, if you've never raced or you don't know if you can race, yeah, everybody can race. It's open to everybody. There's no like speed requirement or anything. The only thing you need is you need to be safe on your bike. You need to not be a danger for yourself and the other people. But as soon as you pass that level, it's open. You go at your pace and you take it as a ride if you want. But it's super fun to race. Nolan says, I'm 15. I just started racing on my high school team last year and absolutely love it. Your video inspired me to improve. Nice. Keep it up, Nolan. It's a great sport. You can keep that sport all your life. And you meet so many good people. And I think everyone in cycling is so nice. Cycling is an F1 and doesn't think of itself as an entitled person. Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone is so chill in cycling. When you beat someone, they're super happy for you. And yeah, it's because you kind of race yourself, right? You try to improve every race. Every race is part of the process to improve, and you're happy that you finish. You're happy that you get better. Here I'm trying to give him a run for his money. Skyler is following me. I don't want him to think that I'm a slow guy, so I'm going all out on this super fun downhill. And I'm loving the tires. It's my second lap on those tires now, so I I kind of know them. I know the course now. Because I was riding this course for the first time. I didn't pre-ride. So first lap I was a bit like cautious. But this is second lap. So now I'm starting to slide a little bit more. And the tires are so predictable. You feel the slide and you can play with the slide. JC, do you suspect some of your competitors dope? Yeah, we caught Josh last week. He's doping on beetroot juice. We don't know if it's legal or not. So I started doping myself too, and I started to drink beetroot smoothies this week. I had two. We're gonna see next race if it's working. Bill is saying, shake this guy off, Ben. Yeah, I cannot. Skyler is a good rider, so he's able to stay with me on the downhills. This is a super fast downhill. I mean, fire road all out. Whoa, a bit wide there. Little moment, but the tires feel super like grippy. I feel confident on them. And I still open my suspension. When I take a corner like that, even if it's flat, I open my suspension so I get more grip. Big, huge no brake on this downhill. Yeah, no, I was trying not to use my brakes. So what I do when I want to not use my brake, you might see it with my my fingers. I try to point with my fingers like that. I point forward, so I'm not grabbing my brakes without knowing, because it's so easy to grab your brakes without noticing, and you drag just a little bit. But if you point with your fingers, you cannot brake. So Andres is saying, I'm running Swerks Fast Track. Have you tried those tires? Nope, never tried those. Never tried those. Memo is asking, do you use a dropper post? No, I don't. It's not, the course are not technical enough for to use a dropper in Southern California. I saw Catherine Pendrell at the World Cup last weekend. She was using a dropper post on her Orbea OIS. So I think it's coming. The big course with super technical rock gardens. I think it's starting to make sense to have a dropper. JC, do you run a custom shim stack for your suspension? No, I didn't. It's all stuck. Beetroot tastes like sweet dirt. Very strange taste. Yeah. Alright, Skyler is still with me. The battle for 9th place. So I'm running in 9th. Skyler is 10. Are you going to watch the World Cup this weekend? Yeah, I think so. I think I'm gonna watch it this weekend. I'm not gonna race. I'm not gonna ride much. I'm gonna go snowboarding this weekend, so I'm gonna have some leisure time. Yeah, it's my my transition week, so I don't bike much this week. I'm just trying to just relax, reset the body, because I raced a lot in the past 2 months. So now it's time to give my body a little break and then start with another big block of racing. The World Cup was a great race. Yeah, I haven't watched last week World Cup either, so I think I'm gonna catch up this weekend. I'm gonna watch the women, the men last week, this week. I'm gonna watch the Monaco Grand Prix. I'm gonna watch the Indy 500. I'm gonna watch everything. What do you guys watch this weekend? It's a big weekend for sports. A lot of big events are going on. Skyler, stay with me. See, this is so fun, this single track. If you guys are in the area, you gotta stop there at Nordic. Try try their trail network. So this is a 3 race series. So when's the next one? The next one is in July 9th. Race number 2, and the third one, the series finale, is in August 6th. So check them out if you love cross-country racing in SoCal. They change the course every race, and they also have enduro. Enduro is July 16, August 13, and September 10. Danush is watching the Indy 500 because of Alonso. Yeah, I want to see what he does. That's gonna be. I think that's gonna be interesting. I think he's gonna do well. GC, there you go. 40 hours television. Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna catch up on my 40 hours of television. See zero bike this week and 40 hours. I'm gonna feel like a normal person this week. Felipe, are you watching Giro d'Italia? No. Should I? Is it good? I don't watch road cycling much. Okay, Young, where do you go snowboarding? Yeah, I'm gonna go to Mammoth this weekend. It's still open. It's gonna be open till July, so long season in Mammoth. Danush, do you ever get a puncture? I've never seen you with a puncture. Yeah, no, I'm trying to ride always on the safe side, so I don't ride the snakeskin tires. I mean, I rode the snakeskin, is it the Bonelli US Cup, and I got a puncture there. If you watch this race, you're gonna see I had to stop and put some hair back into the tires because I was racing the, how do you call it, the light skin tires by Schwalbe. But yeah, usually I try to go on the safe side. So if I ride the Schwalbe tires, I'm gonna take the snakeskin. The Kenda tires, you never have problems. They're always really strong. Yeah, because it sucks. I mean, I race for fun. I don't wanna have a puncture. I don't wanna have my race stopped after 15 minutes. You put all that energy, you drove there, and you can't finish the race late. It's stupid. And so I'd rather carry more weight and race with what I have fun with what I have, and yeah, finish my race. Jason says, "Oh yeah, with no pump. Yeah, you saw that race." for the first time ever, I had a buddy in the tech zone, and we forgot to bring a pump. Not that we learned our lesson. I didn't have a pump either on that race. Oh man, so amateur. All right, Skyler is still with me. So this is we're at the end of lap 2 now, and this is the annoying little climb at the end of the lap. It's steep. And Skyler was starting to drop there. He was like, "Okay, I'm done with this. I don't want to go to this space." He was super fast though. He was super fast on the downhill. But I think he's thinking that's not my pace on the climb. Cut that rope off. Skyler is just hanging there. Time to drop a gear and disappear. Yeah. And if you're watching on the replay and you're on the spinner, the turbo trainer, that's time to drop a gear too. Yeah, disappear. So Livestrong in the chat is saying, "Hey Ben, my wife and I live in the IE. Where's that? And we have a Scotts Park as well. What XC trails around Idlewild do you recommend?" I don't think I know this place. Where's that? I don't think I know this place. Bill, hammer away from him. Yeah. I saw it on when I edited the video. I didn't know when I was racing. I was not looking behind. I'm looking forward. So if we look at let's look at the Strava flyby, see where we are. All right, here we are. So me and Skyler right here. I think we have Thomas in the mix. I think Thomas is about to get there, and then the other group is there. There's a breakaway here, and the lead is here. I think we're gonna see Thomas soon. Thomas is finally closing the gap. I'm in 9th place, so I think Thomas just caught Skyler. So Thomas is gonna be 10. And Skyler just lost 2 places there. I mean, not 2, but 1 more place. The battle for 9th.
Thanks.
And I got my feet right this time. And that was good because my bottle was empty, I think, at this point. So there's just this 1 more downhill section in the lap before the end. Also, so the place that Lightstrong is talking about, it's before Phoenix. That's what Rec Tech Dave is saying. Okay. No, I've never been there. I went to Sedona there in Arizona. A minefield of water cups. Yeah. Yeah. So on the last stream, some of you guys were asking me how soon can I start racing? At what age can I start racing? I think I said something like 15, and that was wrong. That's not the case at all. I looked it up. So on this race, I mean, there's no minimum age. I think under 10 and under, they do a kids race, and 11, 12, there's a category. It's called junior 11, 12, and then they have junior 13, 14. And then they have junior 15, 18. Then after that, 19 and up, it's called sports. So so any age you are, you can start racing. If you're a kid, you go in the kids race, and if you're 11, you can start racing at this race. This race was open if you're 11. I think. At what grade are you in? I think it's sixth grade when you're 11. Oh yeah, and here we have Thomas.
You're right. Right.
Thomas looking strong. I don't know what he added in his gel. He took a gel or 2, and he's on fire now. So he just took 9th place away from me. So, but it's not over. I'm not giving up. Oh, and then he got Skyler with him. Skyler was able to grab his wheel and close the gap to me. Bill is saying, how is the tank at this point? Are you on a reserve, feeling the elevation? Yeah, so at this point I feel like I'm running out of matches. So I'm not feeling like I'm cramping yet, but I feel like I cannot push really strong. Like if I wanted to grab his wheel right now, that would be too much. Like I couldn't explode to grab his wheel. That would be too much. So I need to get a good tempo. I'm back in tempo at this point. I cannot go to zone 4 too much. So I'm definitely fading. Do you use an Hydra pack? No, but it would have been a good idea if I didn't have a feed at this race. I think I would have preferred to have a Camelback. Yeah, it makes total sense. I mean, I know some people are like, oh, it doesn't look pro, it doesn't look good, but it doesn't matter. You saw last weekend at Grand Junction, Jeff Kabush won the race with a Camelback, so it's totally not stupid. It's not stupid. It's the setup that wins is looking fast. And we have Kamin. Kamin just subscribed, so welcome to the channel. Yeah, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you get notified when there's a new video coming out, and it also helps to spread the word. The more likes you give to my videos, the more subscriber there is, the more the video spreads, and the more people are inspired by those things, and the more people are riding with us. So help me spread the word. Here, this final downhill section of the lap. We're at the end of lap 2. George just subscribed. Welcome to the channel. MTB is live. All right. I convinced you to subscribe. Thanks, man. So let me. What do you ride, MTB? What bike do you ride? Is it you who said you were on the track, or is that someone else? Kamim saying say hi for Indonesia. All right. Hello everyone in Indonesia. What trails do you ride there? And there's so many places on Earth you can mountain bike. I think it's a universal sport. Local Herper just subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Keyang, you were not subscribed. just found the button. Jeff, off-topic question: do you use a bike rack for your car? No, I don't. I always put my bike. I remove the front wheel and put it in the trunk. I can usually stack 2 bikes there. But yeah, what I recommend. One lap to go. Time to make it work. Tim Zeger, welcome to the channel. Fuzz, my buddy there, giving me my precious final bottle. Yeah, so the rack, I think the bike rack I was using before, it was Yakima. I love the Yakima. They're just well designed. Oh yeah, so Trek Remedy 9, that was you. Yeah, so MTB is live, riding a Trek Remedy. Big huge bonne nuit. I have to go to sleep. Yeah, East Coast, man. Have a good night, man. See you next time. Thanks for stopping by. So John Smith, Ben, where do you put all the things when you ride on a non-race? Keys, ID, spare tube, CO2, laptop, kitchen sink. Yeah, I ride with a Camelback. I use the I think it's called the Kulu Camelback. It's the enduro version. It's a big one, and I can put a bunch of stuff in there. Yeah, I usually carry a big pack, and it's good training because you have a lot of weight, so it makes you feel like you're heavier. So it's a good training as well. Osmers, what bike are you riding? Is that the Scott? Yeah, so I'm riding Scott Spark RC900. Here's a bike for those joining the stream. You don't know which bike I'm riding, so that's the bike I'm riding. It's the new 2017 World Cup Scott Spark RC 29er. It's the same bike that Nino Shutter is riding. He just has some more bling on his bike. He had nicer components here and there. Felipe, can I unsubscribe and subscribe again just to show up the screen? Yeah, I don't know if that works. I don't know. Don't do this. Don't abuse. You're gonna find a bug in my script. MTB's live, sweet videos. Your videos inspire me to ride. Nice. Thanks, man. Spread the love, man. If you like the videos, if they inspire you, if you have friends who you think should be racing, show them the videos. That's how I started. I didn't know I could race mountain bike, and it's somebody who introduced me to racing. And I was like, really? We can do that? We're allowed to do that? And yeah, that was the start of a passion for me. So I'm super grateful for my friends to have introduced me to cross-country racing. So so do the same. Introduce your friends. Show them what it's like. Yeah, I was looking at the high school league this afternoon, and so I think the organization doing the like organizing all the high school leagues. I think it's called the NICA. It's the what does it stand for? The National Interscholar Cycling Association. So that's the website you need to look up if you're a kid, teenager starting racing in high school. Look them up. They have a calendar. They might have an association in your state, and that's through them that you start racing. And it's open to everybody. So you just need your parents to sign the waiver, and you can start racing. Bernard, what bike rack do you use? I don't use a bike rack. I just put the bike in the trunk of my car. Alright, so I think Thomas is trying to get away from me. Skyler is still hanging there. See, he's there. He's trying to close the gap. The battle for 9th place is not over, guys. What pose are you now? So right now I'm in 10th place. I'm trying to catch Thomas in front, who's in 9th. Skyler is behind. Andres. Till next time, Ben. Got to work tomorrow. All right, Andres. Thanks for stopping by. See, let's look at the flyby. So I'm right here, and you see, Skyler is there, Thomas is there, so we're all like very close to each other there. So I'm about to make contact with Thomas. Bill, are you going to Big Bear earlier to acclimate? No, I don't. I personally, I find that if I show up, if I drive there in the morning and then do my race immediately, I perform better. I feel better than if I show up a few days before. But I think I'm gonna race enduro at Big Bear, so I'm gonna be there a day before. So I'm gonna see how I feel. Osmar is asking how long is the whole track. It's a 8.1 mile. Speaking mile now, I've been in the US for too long. Mile 2 kilometers. That's 13 kilometers. 13 kilometers per lap and 1100 feet. That's 335 meters of climbing per lap. That's more than the World Cup course last week. So it was a tough course. Laurent is asking, do you use the Cosmic front and rear? Yeah, front and rear tires, both Cosmics. See, those are my wheels, near wheels with Cosmic Light 2 Pro tires, 2.2 symmetrical setup. Felt super good. Yeah, super grippy. I recommend them. The only downside is the weight. So if you want grip, if you want to feel confident, if you want to fast rolling, I think it's a good setup, and if you don't mind the extra weight. I was starting to feel it, man. I was feeling like, okay, on the steep climbs, you cannot really accelerate the 29er bikes. It's hard to accelerate, so I was starting to up my cadence a little bit, trying to keep it rolling. So I was happy with how I was feeling in this race. In terms of nutrition, I think I did the right thing. At the end, I was starting to get cramps at the very end of this lap. But now we're still about a third of the way into the lap. We're in the climbing section. I was still feeling good. A bit tired, but you know, I was not like lightheaded. So nutrition was on point. So what do you guys normally eat during a race? Bernard, will you ever consider a hardtail? This track should be ridden with one. Yeah, this track was definitely more of a hardtail track. Maybe next year. Maybe next year I'm gonna get a hardtail. I'll see. Right now I prefer to have a simple setup, just one bike. Hey, Dirk V7, just subscribe. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, so what I do normally, I eat 3 hours before my race. That's where I eat my breakfast. So this gives me time to digest, so I don't feel heavy for my race, and it's not too early before my race so that I'm starting to get hungry. So I think 3 hours is like the perfect window for me, where I feel good and I still have a good level of energy. And so what I was drinking before the race on this one, I was drinking this thing, EFS. I don't know if you guys know that. That's the thing I tried a few weeks ago. Electronic fuel system by First Endurance. I liked it. I mean, the first time I was told this is good for the race. I tried it during a race. I didn't like it during a race. It felt too thick for me, too much sugar. I wasn't able to drink enough. So if you watch my Los Olivos race, I think I drank half a bottle for the whole race. I wasn't able to down it. So I switched to using this before the race instead, and after also to recover. So I drank two bottles like that with EFS before the race. I drank one on my way to the race. So I drank that in the car, and then during warm up I drank another bottle of that. And then what I do is just before the race, so I'm gonna take a gel. So I took this is the gel I use, Goo Energy Love Espresso. So I took one gel of that 15 minutes before the race, finish my bottle.
Keep it up, man.
And then Thomas is having problem there. I don't know if he was having a technical or if he was cramping up. So I'm back into 9th place. So it's the battle for 9th. Nick is asking who is the rider you personally cheer for this year in UCI? I don't know. It's I usually like the up-and-coming riders. And Thomas there. See, that's an up-and-coming rider right there. Thomas not giving up. He says, I don't want this guy on YouTube to beat me. I'm going back for it. So he's claimed 9th place again. So yeah, I think you guys made me a fan of Anton Cooper this year. I raced against him 3 times this season. I raced US Cup. I raced at Seattle with him. Super impressive. He was the under 23 champion last year. Now he's racing with the UCI Elite this year. And it's super fast guys from New Zealand. I know. I don't know if you guys are watching from New Zealand, but yeah. Anton Cooper and is a guy to watch. And in the ladies, I'm a big fan of the Luna Chicks Pro team. Who's there? Catherine Pendrell. I watched her racing since I started racing. Very impressive in Quebec. I saw her racing there with Emily Batty and Marie-Hélène Prémont, and yeah, super impressed by the ladies. And Kate Courtney this year, she's racing under 23. I don't know if you saw her race at the U.S. Cup, but she won the U.S. Cup. She won short track, and she won the World Cup last weekend under 23. So I think she's one to watch as well. She's riding for Specialized. Watch her, Kate Courtney. Okay, Young, yeah, I like Anton. Yeah, nice. We got some Anton fan in here. Jagzer is also a fan of Kate Courtney. Yeah, she was so fast. She's like unbelievable. I don't know if you saw her race at Sea Otter, but she just dropped the hammer and nobody could respond. And not even Jenny Risvetli, the Olympic gold champion, couldn't respond to her attack. Jason, Julien Salon. Yeah, I love Julien. I follow him on Facebook as well. Alright, trying to catch Thomas. I'm not gonna let him get away with 9th place. Oh, and there's another rider there. Who's that? Who's that? We're catching another rider. I think that's one of the pro ladies or expert ladies. Memo is crossing fingers for 9th. Yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna see if I can make it.
Keep going. On right. Okay, thank you.
Number 18. That's Heidi. I saw. Yeah, I was saying earlier that was Heidi. Not on my notes there. It's that's her. So earlier that was not her, or maybe that was no. I don't think I have a lap on her. That's impossible. She's so fast. She's a 3rd place pro woman. Bill, come on, Banner, wheel him. Yeah, he's right there. Thomas is right there. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay with him. Let's see where. See, the leader is already going downhill. If we look at the flyby, so leader is here, I think, but that's not the leader. That's Zach, and I think Pacheco is probably 4 minutes ahead or 6 minutes ahead at this point. So it's probably already at the end of the downhill. Jagzer, Ben, have you ever done 24-hour races? No. 24 hours? Are you insane? No, I did a 4-hour race solo once. It was the 8 hours of Bonelli, and you could do 4 hours solo. And that's what I did, but yeah, I felt like I was gonna die. So I have huge respect for those guys who are able to do those long races. Have you ever done that, Jagzer? Do you do endurance? It's yeah, it's crazy. All right, so to finish my nutrition story, so like I was saying, when I start the race, I take a gel 15 minutes before the race, finish my bottle with EFS, and then during the race, what I drink is what I have in my bottle is this. I have the goo, the little tablet. So what it does is like it's like little bubbles in there. So it's like bubbly. So that helps me to down the bottle. If I don't have the little bubbles in my bottle, then I don't drink as fast. So this really helps me to drink more. There's some electrolytes in there and a little bit of sugar, but not much. So it feels like you can drink this fast, and that's why I use this. And what I use is I use a flask like that for my energy gel. And what I put in there is Imer gel, espresso, with 50 milligrams of caffeine. So that's what I do. So I alternate. So I'm gonna take a sip of that. I think I take about the equivalent of one gel per lap, and then take a lot of water. And after the race, what I drink, I drink this thing, protein shake, Udwala, nothing complicated. Just buy that at a grocery store. It has some 25 grams of proteins, a bit of sugar. There's not enough sugar though in that. So what I do is I treat myself with my favorite snack, sports beans. That's my favorite. I really love the sports bean. I can eat that like candies. It's basically candy. So that's how I get more sugar out of it. Now I have an invisible hat. So yeah, and then I turned off the front camera at this point because I was running out of memory card space. I miscalculated. I underestimated the race there. Let me fix my green screen. Whoop. Is this better? Right, I have the invisible hat. Laurent is saying, can I hope to see you on a French race one day? Yeah, it's on the bucket list for sure. I think I might do it, not this year, but maybe next year. I want to plan a trip in Europe and find some races to do there. So Jags, you said you won the first place in the 24-hour solo. Damn. You were only racing 6 other guys. Yeah, it's hard to find 6 guys crazy enough to do that. So congrats, man. Congrats. That's insane. 24-hour solo, single speed. Damn. GC saying, do the BC bike race, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah, that must be fun, huh? No brakes. What size memory card? Yeah. So what happened there is I was pretty sure I was gonna finish this race under 2 hours. So I used my 64 gigabytes memory card, which gives me about 2 hours and 10 minutes. So I was pretty sure that was enough. But then as I was racing and I look at my pace, so like 45 minutes per lap, I'm not gonna make it. So that's why I stopped the memory card there, the front camera, so I can record the end. So now we're watching the rear camera, and the rear camera is gonna die at the same point where I restart the front, so we can get the whole race like that. Bob, anything you can tell us about the new cut? No, cannot talk about it. Furu, how are you doing XC Nationals? No, I cannot do Nationals. I'm Canadian, so I would need to go to Canada to race my Nationals there. Yeah, maybe next year. Maybe, because it's my first year in pro, so I'm not going too crazy this year. So I'm trying to see where I fit in, trying to learn from the fast guys, try to step up my my training, see what are my weaknesses, and then next year I might start to travel a bit more. I'm gonna see where I go. I think nationals might be a good one. I might want to do a trip in Europe. I see. Sounds like your bottom bracket is squeaking, Ben. Is it? Is it? Have some bike mechanics here. Let me tell you. Let's crank the volume. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think you guys have good ears. Could be the chain too. Chain is starting to get dry at this point. See the mountains in the back. Still snow on the top of the mountains. Those mountains are about, I think, 9 or 10,000 feet of elevation, so there's still snow. Jason says I had to install a Praxis to stop the creaking of my FSR. And who's that behind me? Just past a girl. Must be an expert. Oh yeah, just trying to grab my wheel, like, oh, I'm not gonna miss my opportunity to get some drafting. So we're on the long fire road climb there. It looks like we're going downhill, but I think it might be flat at this point. But get some water into the camera there. So if we look at that's the score. Where is? Okay, this is the flyby. So we're here. I think I have Thomas close by. I don't think I see him at this point. I think I might have a visual, but I think he's getting away a little bit. So the fight for 9th is still on. And then here, that's Skylar there. Skylar dropped quite a big gap behind us. So we're starting to descend. Pretty soon we're gonna descend. And see the fast guy that I think. See that's Zach. And then I think at this point the leader won. The leader finished. So I think Alfred Pacheco is done. He finished in 1:55. 1:55. That's insane. I think he's the only one under 2 hours. He had a 7 minutes gap on the second place. So it was a dominant win by Alfred. So pretty soon, I think in 30 seconds or 1 minute, we're gonna have the front camera back. So I turned off the front camera a few minutes there on the fire road just to save the memory card, because I was not gonna have enough memory card to record the whole thing. Man, I'd ride this track. Yeah, it's a fun place to ride. Osmore, how many laps? So we're doing 3 laps. 3 laps of 8.1 miles. So now we're back with the front camera. Yeah, so we're on the 3rd lap. So we're approaching the end of the third lap. We're almost at 2-hour mark. Leaders just finished. Alfred Pacheco just won the race in 1:55. We're still on course. So you're watching the battle for 9th place. I'm currently in 10th place. I don't have a visual on Thomas, but it's about to change. This super fun downhill. Laurent, I have to go to my job. See you. Goodbye from France. Alright, Laurent. Have a good day at work. Thanks for stopping by. Launchers asking how fast is that? I think my top speed on this race was 29 miles per hour. Again, I'm talking in American. 29. That's 46 kilometers per hour. That was the top speed. I think I got that after the single track. There's a fire road downhill. That's where we get the top speed. John Smith says when it's the rear camera, it looks like there's a mini Ben in a basket coming along for the ride. Yeah, like Robin, like Batman and Robin, you know, in the bike. Oh man. See, that's where the fast fire road descent. Still no contact with Thomas. Thomas is trying to get away with 9th place. I'm in 10, chasing him. Oh yeah, going fast now. Use a dropper post? No, I don't. No, I don't. Do you guys use some? Is anyone here using a dropper seat post? It's yeah, I don't think it's necessary here in SoCal because the trails are not that technical. So yeah, no, I don't. I saw some people start using it on the World Cup. Right, little punchy climb there. Lock the suspension. Jagzer says real men don't need dropper for XC. Only sponsored riders that get paid to use them. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean it's a compromise. You know, so if downhill is your strength, then you might be able to ride without it, but you might also be to double down on your strength and use a dropper and go super fast on the downhill. That's what I think Catherine Penderell was doing last weekend. She's a super technical rider, very good, very aggressive, and she was riding with a dropper post on top of it, so she must have been just killing it. I haven't seen the race. I heard she twisted her chain, so see, she was too aggressive probably. I gotta watch those races. So, TRBUFR2, very cool band, thanks for these videos. I have not raced Rim Nordic, but I plan to. It does not look very technical. No, it's not very technical, it's there's nothing that scares you there. You know you can ride everything. But it's still technical to go fast, because those corners to manage the grip, it still needs a good rider to go fast there. There's a lot of time to be saved by being a good technical rider. No, I'm used to. I grew up on the East Coast, and when you race there, usually there's some rock garden section where it's impossible to do first try. You need to stop to walk down it, look at it from the bottom, look at different angles, and then first time you try it, usually fall or on clip in the middle, and then you walk back up, try it a few times, try a few lines. It's like a puzzle that you need to solve, and you have maybe 1 or 2 sections like that on each course, and other like more technical rock garden that you maybe do it first try. But we don't have a lot of that here in SoCal.
Thank you.
When was that? I think that was that race winner in expert. I think that was Michelle, bib number 11. Yeah, I think that's Michelle. She got first place in the expert woman. Yeah, Jason says she mangled her chain. Talking about Catherine Pendrell, yeah. And she's using a chain guide also. I use the same chain guide as her on my Orbea OIS. And WPLE5380 just subscribe. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Bill, where on East Coast? So I'm from Montreal, so I was riding in Quebec mostly on the East Coast. So Mont Saint-Anne, Bromont, Saint-Félicien, those were the races were. Some at Baie-Saint-Paul. Frederick, time to work. All right, Fred, thanks for stopping by. See you next time. All right, who's there? Who's there? That's Thomas, making contact with Thomas. All right, it's the end of the race. Getting close to the finish. I think Thomas is fading a little bit there. Or maybe he has a technical. I don't wanna call it. But he's slowing down a lot. So taking 9th place. Jack Zerben, are you from Montreal? Yeah, I'm from Montreal. Damn, do you even have a bottle to drink on this race? Yeah, I have one, so I drink it all in my lap. I think at this point, that's the end of the race, so I think I was done with my bottle. Maybe I have 1 sip left, but I think I was done. Reghart, good morning, Ben, from Cap Town. Nice. 7 a.m. Nice. So you can watch the long streams. As you see, the video is cutting a little bit. I stopped the camera a few times there on the climbs just to record the good stuff. It's the end of the race now. I'm just in front of Thomas. I'm in 9th place. We swapped position a bunch of times during the race. Osmer, bye Ben. I have to work tomorrow. You're from Aruba, all right. Nice talking with you, Osmer. Thanks for stopping by. Wagsor, you say you live in Montreal for 3 years? Nice. What part of Montreal? Yeah, I was living in Oshiaga. That's where Hochelaga. Sorry, I'm mixing things up. Hochelaga Maisonneuve. That's where I was living. No, Oshiaga is the music festival there. I used to go there every summer. Aaron, how much do you train a week? About 10 hours. That's my target right now. 10 hours per week. But not this week. This week I'm taking it easy. It's like a transition recovery week for me this week. I'm shooting for 3 hours. Alright, this is it. This is the last corner. This is the end of the race. Thomas is behind. I'm gonna make it stick in 9th place. Race winner for this race. It was Alfred Pacheco in 1:55.
Oh yeah.
That was a great third lap, dude.
Zach Villers was 2nd place.
You really?
Nice, yeah. I think you got like
And
6 or 7.
Seth Hampton
Really?
was
Yeah,
3rd.
Saw top 5 come in. Stewart got 4th.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And 4th was actually
Yeah, that
Sam.
was like
Sam
television.
Brem got 4th. And
Oh,
Stuart
man, that was hard.
Gonzalez got 5th place. So that was the Pro-Man podium. There you have it, Pro-Man podium. These guys got cash prize. I think first place got $100. Look at the medals, man. The medal is so cool at Rim Nordic. I need to step up my game to win this medal. It looks good. So that was your podium for Pro-Man. Pro Woman, I have the picture as well. Look at that. Pro Woman, I think Laura Morris, 1st place. AJ Sura, 2nd place, and Heidi Kanayan, 3rd place. Pro Woman. So that was race number 1 at Rim Nordic. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Young. Jason is still there. Clay. Thanks for watching, guys. So next week, I don't have anything to stream. So I was talking with the guys earlier in the stream to maybe stream a cyclocross race because I'm not racing this weekend. So maybe next week, if you guys are interested, I can stream a cyclocross race. I haven't edited it yet. It's a race from January. I could do the edit and show that to you just to keep the habit of streaming every Thursday. If you're new here, hit subscribe. I'm trying to stream every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific time. Stream my races. So yeah, hit subscribe. Thanks for stopping in the chat, guys. Yeah, see you next time. Thanks.